All right. So who knows if this is gonna work. I'm feeling this is not what I wanted this morning. I'm feeling very irritated. But I'm just noticing the irritation and allowing it to be. The point I was trying to make earlier was that I've entered a different stage of grief with this breakup. And it's like, I guess I want to say it's worse, but I just think they're equally as upsetting in a different way, because it's closer to acceptance. We haven't talked to each other in a while, and every time I want to get in touch with him, I realize it's best not to, because we have to learn to live our lives without each other. The way things went, we just broke up and got back together so many times, because it's one of those, anybody who hasn't heard me talk about it before, it was completely circumstantial, the reasons for our breakup. We wanted to stay together. We wanted to be together. So for a while, for a very long time, we were breaking up because it was for the best. But then we were like, no, we want to be together. I don't want to be without you. And it happened so many times. And so it's just always felt like, okay, until the next time we're together, And that's not what it is this time. This time it's like, well, I shouldn't get in touch because we're really not going to be together again. And we need to learn, both of us need to learn to deal with that. In the past, anytime I would have a feeling like that, I would definitely have called. I would have texted, anything to alleviate that pain, you know what I mean? But that just prolongs the pain in the end. Not facing it just prolongs it. So now I'm facing it, and it sucks. It sucks. I don't want it to be the truth. I really don't. There's the whole stages of grief, right? The denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And I think the depression is because of the inevitability of acceptance, right? Like, accepting it and letting it go, it confirms it, right? It confirms the fact that the relationship is over. Whereas before, during denial's kind of your buddy, And denial has its use. It really does. It allows you not to feel it all at once. But at a certain point, it has to fall away. And you have to accept it. And it's not fun. At least it kind of felt, obviously, right, denial, you kind of still feel like you're in the relationship, or like you still have that thing that you love and that you want to still be in your life. It just feels like there's still a possibility of it. And now that is starting to fall away. And it's still there, right? The denial's still there. Part of me is still hoping. But at the same time, and this is something I've known this whole time, it's like, yeah, I hope things will change or be different. But even if they did, I also kind of know it can't be that way. And it wouldn't work. Because reality is what it is. And there's no changing it. And at this point, we have different lives and we wouldn't fit into each other's lives at this point. He wouldn't really fit into my idea of what my future's going to be anymore. And I'm sure the same goes for him. So, depression it is. I don't even know if I'm going to get up anytime soon. I have to. I know that I do. But I don't know. I'm supposed to go to a Zoom meeting at 10, which I'll go to. I have a feeling I won't be turning the camera on. In the past couple of weeks, now that I'm in this, since I sort of entered this stage, every time I want to call him or text him, it coincides, I'm not sure which comes first, with this feeling of just sadness. And just wanting to be with him and missing him. And I'm, instead of calling him when that happens, I am working on just feeling that feeling and allowing it to be there and not doing anything about it. Whereas, like I said before in the past, I'd try and do something about it. I'd try and get rid of it however I could. And that was generally by calling or texting and kind of making an asshole of myself. Not an asshole, but kind of an asshole. I don't like that word though, so I want to take it back. Let's just say I would make it worse. And I'm not doing that now, so that's something I can be proud of. Right? At least I'm not making it worse. Oh, this stinks though, guys. It really does. Alright, so I'm gonna go and cry for a little bit. I know I have to get up at some point. It's raining out. And it's gray. And I'm just gonna focus on the future, right? Because right now the present's kind of stressful. There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But I'm just gonna I'm just gonna feel what it feels like and allow it to feel that way. Because there's not much else I can do about it. Seriously, in the past, I would be freaking out and trying to do something. It would not be working and it would just be making it worse. So that's something to feel better about, I suppose. But it's sad, especially in a period of life that's transitional and stressful, you know, like with starting this company and doing everything I need to do everything I need to do to get it off its feet. On the one hand, being alone is good because it means I'm not distracted and spending my time on something else. But it also sucks because I don't really have that support. You know, someone who cares for me that way. The last time we spent time together, it was the weekend he moved away. And I remember him saying to me, like, I just love taking care of you. And I was like, yeah, I love that too. But it's nice to have someone there who you know will always just open up their arms and hold you and take care of you. And sometimes it feels like, you know, it's that song, was it like, there I go again on my own. I'm not gonna sing it because I'm tired. And I'm not a singer. Like going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born. Anyway. Yeah, it just feels inevitable that I'd be alone. But that's just me wallowing. And I have other things to think about. Thing is, the other things I have to think about, like getting the company started, stress me out. I mean, that stresses me out. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is curl up and hide under my blankets for a little bit longer, and then get up and face the day. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.